Yeah, so Greg just mentioned it, real-time ray tracing in real time, RT. It's been making headlines lately as the rendering method of the future, yeah, for games, animation, movies, and now also for architectural photorealistic images. Okay, cool, but what exactly is this real-time ray tracing, yeah? And why is it the best method for photorealism? And why should you, as an architect, care? So, well, I'm going to demonstrate to you live, literally live, how this real-time ray tracing works. And for this, I would like you to do me a favor. So right now, please look at me and forget for now who I am. Yeah, I'm not Belinda. I'm a spot of light. Yeah, I'm a light spot. And you, all of you together, are this big, massive, huge computer, okay? And you, as the computer, you would like to know how this light spot here is generated. Yeah, where is the light coming from that creates this light spot, right? Okay, so now, please imagine a straight line going from your eye, which is the camera in the 3D model. So a straight line directly from your camera eye, directly towards this light spot. Okay? And now continue this very line back to its light source. Okay? So a direct line from your camera eye to the light spot and back to the light source. Congratulations, guys. This is exactly what happens with ray tracing, yeah? This is exactly what the computer does when it generates photorealistic images, because you were tracing back the rays of light that were coming from that light source and were bouncing off of me straight back into your camera eye. All right, just instead of hours and hours and hours of doing so with traditional rendering engines, let me show you how the computer can now trace the rays in real time with Epic's Unreal Engine technology. Okay, so yeah, here I am in my Archicad model. This is a beautiful residential area in Oslo, designed by our client Delta Architects. And now let's imagine that I'm the architect, and I'm really, really proud of my building, and now I want to sell this baby to my client. Yeah, I want to impress my client. And I'm going to do so by using first the current version of Epic's Twinmotion. Okay, so here we are. Okay, let's bring this Archicad model into Twinmotion by simply clicking on one button, the direct link. Okay, so the way it goes is that Archicad is now synchronizing the Archicad model with the Twinmotion model, and I think this is a pretty cool thing. It's a pretty smooth workflow because the point here is no more time wasted in having to, manually export, import, re-import whenever there are changes made in the model. Nope, it's right here, and now I can already embark on the journey of exploring my design. Yeah, I can reflect upon my design in real time. And for example, I, as an architect, realize maybe here I could make a design decision. I want to change the window, so we can go back into the source model and maybe take over the big window here. And maybe, let's not forget, bring our little friend here into the front, because I think a pink llama is definitely going to sell my design better this way. So what do we do now? Re-import and re-export? Nope, we just simply click on this magic button here and have Twinmotion do the job for me automatically. Yeah, and here we go. The changes have been updated, and yep, now it's looking good. Now it's looking really nice. So inside Twinmotion, so we have a really non-destructive export workflow. That's nice. What else? So we have a really simple interface. On the left, we have a menu with which you can, populate the scene, try out materials. With the menu on the bottom, you can interact with your scene. You can change the weather in one go, or yeah. And with the menu on the left, you have your layers and your hierarchies, and you can just organize your scene. Let me just turn on something, and since we're in sunny Vegas, let's bring this back on. Yeah, so you see, nice integration, really super cool, simple interface, and you can now start telling your story in real time. But what's not real time here is the ray tracing. You see, Twinmotion has a pretty good, decent image quality, yet it's still somewhat missing that edge to it that would give it a tad more realism. Yeah, that would make it a bit more realistic. And why is that? Well, because it's not yet running on the latest Unreal Engine. So let me switch to the latest Unreal Engine to show you what Epic's future Twinmotion will be able to do. So here we go. This is a ray-traced rendering right out of the box. Yeah? No more hours and hours of, pixel by pixel, tracing back all the rays. Nope, this is straight from the Unreal Engine, and I'm ready to step inside my rendering and show you a little bit around. So you see that while I navigate, while I move, while I do things in my model, the computer is tracing back all the rays of light that are coming from all these multiple light sources in real time. Yeah, this is why it already looks so stunningly realistic. And yeah, this is pretty cutting edge. This is really cool. So now let's continue telling my story. And for this, I'm going to switch back to the Unreal Editor. And here you see that while I drag and drop objects, while I bring my scene to life, while I do things, modify things, edit things, I get immediate feedback while maintaining the highest image quality possible. So whether it's these trees here, or this, this beautiful, shimmering, glimmering, glowing facade, or this, the reflection in the glass railing, whatever it is, it's being calculated physically correct in real time. So basically, what you see here is what you get. Okay, now I want to continue telling my story. And I'm going to switch to the custom menu here. So I have this beautiful daylight scene, and now check this out. With just one move, just one slide, while ray tracing is activated, I can simply and quickly switch from the daylight scene to a beautiful romantic dusk shot or a night shot. Yeah, really nice, really beautiful. So you see the shadows are ray traced, the indirect shadows are ray traced, the reflections are now ray traced, translucency is ray traced. So maybe let me just show you quickly how it looks like if I just turn off ray tracing for indirect shadows. You see the impact it has on the human eye. You see the difference it makes if it's ray traced or not. You see, it's all about the details. It's about the little details in life that, make the big differences. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and add some more details to my story. And I can just simply add some cool after the rain effect here on the wooden platform in the front. Or I can just add clouds to the sky, just for me to be able to check how my building would look like if it's subject to Seattle weather, maybe. So, and then I can also go ahead and play around with some materials here. I can make material design decisions on the go, without having to wave on the best image quality. So, yeah, let's put it this way. I'm quite happy now with my rendering. And now I want to share this with my client. So what do? Guys, just quickly take a screenshot, and that's it, and send it off. Done. So, why should you care about ray tracing and real-time ray tracing? Because obviously, psychologically, it does make a difference when it comes to selling your design. I know it depends on the situation, it depends on the client, but if you really want to have a convincingly immersive experience, then you want it to be as real as possible. And with Unreal and Archicad combined as a killer combo, it's definitely going to be possible. Right, Akwash?
Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Craig. So we have timed the announcement of our strategic co-marketing agreement with Epic Games for this specific event. So in a couple of hours, our press release will be sent out to the global press. And you may wonder what's in it for you guys, Archicad users. There's a special, part of our agreement, which is all qualifying Archicad 23 customers will get free access to the next-gen solution from Unreal. So thank you, guys. So we have covered, I suppose, most of the possible areas of our world. Now, the last question open is timing. So with all these many things going on, our release plan for this year is in the fall season. To be more specific, Archicad 23 will start shipping in September. Thank you very much.